Welcome to Reading Between the Wines. It's Wednesday. It's Wine Down Wednesday, December 15th. I need y'all to hang on a minute because we having a little bit of technical difficulties. We got to bring up Instagram, but we here, we live, and it's Wine Down Wednesday, Reading Between the Wines. We have author David L. coming in the building, and of course, the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking that I ain't walking. It's all in the cars with Kathy. But hang on a minute. We're going to go ahead and try to bring them up on Instagram. Bear with us. What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. If you are out there on Facebook, what's going on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch, drop it in the comments. Let me know where you're calling from. We have author David L. coming in the building tonight, right along with the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking that I ain't walking. Miss It's All in the Cars with Kathy. Welcome to Reading Between the Wine. We're just waiting for a couple systems to reboot, and we'll go ahead and get Kathy up in a minute. Hang on a second, y'all. All right, looks like everything is all set and we are ready to go ahead and get started on Reading Between the Wines here. Wine Down Wednesday. So now I'm going to go ahead and get right on into the song of the day. Of course, one of my favorites. I usually kick off all of my, Christmas music with this joint here, but for some reason I held out a little bit, but I'm ready for it. Christmas in the City by Mary J. Blige, featuring Angie Martinez, 1997, off of A Very Special Christmas. So we are here sampling Pink Moscato tonight, Sutter Homes, Pink Moscato. This is basically, your house wine that you get. Very sweet, chill. This is a good summer wine. What are we doing it here now? Reading Between the Wines. Sutter Home, Pink Moscato. And of course, I see Kathy out there. What's going on? We'll get you up here in just a minute. Before we do that, I want to say what's up to a few people that support. Again, thank you to everybody out there on Facebook doing your thing, watching the replays. I appreciate you. Instagram family, of course, they've always been so well. TikTok people, what's going on? How you doing? I see Scotty out there. Where are you calling from? If you're dropping in, checking us out for the first time, revisiting, drop it in the comments and let us know exactly where you are calling from. Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch, thank you so much. Last night we had Seisha Blanco. What a great name, Seisha. I'm not going to tell y'all, but I was really jacking her name up before she came live, but I'm glad I learned about her name. Seisha Blanco, all the way from Florida. We had such a great conversation last night on the 401 podcast. If you want to go ahead and check that replay out and learn, her and I were on the same page. Her birthday is actually coming up, I believe tomorrow. Or Thursday. No, Thursday or Friday. Her birthday is coming up. So she's a Sagittarius as well. So we were right there, right on point. I love her mindset and watch that replay. CS Essentials, what's going on? And I also want to say what's up to Youth Restored Elixir. So hair company, Youth Restored Elixir. Thank you so much for checking in. I appreciate you. All the way from the ATL, Miss Lachelle Williams, what's going on? Nordia from Shea Heaven, the Shayla Jules, Sophie Davis, Miss Rebel Jewel. Both of them beautiful ladies are from the UK, and Bethany from California. Thank you all so much for supporting. So now, if you're out there, go ahead and tag your friends, invite them into Reading Between the Wines. Let's go ahead and get my friend up here, the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking, and I am walking, Mrs. All in the Cars with Kathy. What's
Didn't
going on?
expect this, did you?
No, I did not. Let me tell you, it's an interesting Wednesday today.
Is it? Let me
Yes.
turn my nose on.
Oh my God. I'm so thankful to be here, but man, boy, did we almost have some issues. Let me tell you, a couple more minutes, you would have had to call somebody to come looking for me. You want
I'd
to
find you on TikTok, though, wouldn't you? You'd
you
be on
want
TikTok.
you want to find the quickest. I prepare everything for the show, all that great stuff is cool and all. But this has to be the most quickest turnaround I've seen in a long time for me to get ready.
Well,
um,
that's good. That's
I
good.
even had
Yeah.
time to reach out to our co-host, our author tonight, David L. Even had time to squeeze that in, but I'm gonna tell you, counting those sheep just counted way too many.
Really? You were up late? You couldn't sleep?
No, I happened to say, all right, I'm cool. We got enough time. Everything's good. Let's go ahead and
That's
take a little
interesting.
nap before the show. That's fine and all. Except I did not put my phone on. It was on silent. But
Oh no, that's crazy.
we're here.
Well,
That's all that
here's
matters.
another shocker. I'm actually going to drink wine tonight.
What are you drinking tonight?
This was given to me, so a shout out to Christine, who's one of our fans.
That's a nice little
And
bottle.
isn't it though? It's cute.
What's it called?
Well, I don't think it has a name. It just
Mm-hmm.
says nothing says Merry Christmas like an ugly sweater or white wine,
Now is it
and it's got
now?
that
Now is it red? Where's the
white wine.
Where's the glass? Let's take a look
I'm
at
gonna
it.
just drink it from the bottle. It's
Oh,
only a little
oh
bottle,
my god.
but it has a back. You want me to read some of the back?
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Okay. It says this South African Chenin Blanc, taste
Mm-hmm.
of crunchy green apples and a slice of lime. Share what you think. Where we chat, I think it says. And then it has like a wine chat line, which is cute. And then it has a warning from the Surgeon General,
Of
which
course,
I
of
never
course.
see any of these pregnant women drinking wine, but
Every
I don't
bottle has a warning from the Surgeon General. They have to do that.
know. Is it really a thing though? Everybody's hitting the sauce when they're pregnant.
I don't
That's
know.
what motherhood is for.
No,
After the baby.
they just have to put it on the bottle. Everybody has that. Yeah, every bottle has
Hmm.
that.
So what are you drinking?
Pink Moscato tonight.
Pink Moscato. I can't open this thing. There you go. Look at that. All the good bottles come with the screw top.
Did you chill it?
Of course not.
Oh my goodness, it's white wine. You should have chilled it.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Cheers. Should we drink together?
Sure.
Stay
Cheers.
thirsty, my friend.
Mm.
It's good. I like it. It tastes. You can actually taste the green apples, so they got that right.
That's
One
what's up.
nose up. One
Now
nose up.
you're a little bit early. I think it's next week, right?
Well, I don't know. I thought this was fun to wear tonight.
Let me see.
I had to like that UPS promo I did. There's actually a story behind that.
Let me take a look here. Go ahead. Let me know while I'm looking at it.
I got in a fight at a UPS store, right? Me and one of my clients, right? My 72-year-old client, right? We go in at 8:30 in the morning. Nobody is there, right? So overnight, 2 packages was like $150, $66 each, right? So I'm trying to wheel and deal, like, okay, what's cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Needless to say, a line is building up behind me.
Oh, I know. I knew that was going to happen. With you, period, damn. You by yourself, a line's going to build up. I can't imagine you with somebody else.
Oh, this is so good. This gets better and better. So this guy goes, come on. And I turn around, I'm like, who said that?
Oh,
I sure did. And I said, you know what? I said, some people have more important things to do and to mail than a bunch of Christmas packages. And then the clerk says to me, who's to say whose packages are more important?
Absolutely.
I said, I'm to say it because I was here first.
That's terrible. That's a terrible thing to say.
Wait a minute, it gets better. So she stirred up the crowd and she said, if you think I'm mean, you should meet my manager. I said, oh, I will be your manager, right?
Boy.
So then I got to walk out with my 72-year-old client through an angry mob of people.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Yep.
So I get to the door, and I almost made it out because I didn't say anything to anybody. And I said to the one woman, I'm sorry your son had to listen to arguing. And this guy, the very last guy in line, says to me, well, you're the one starting the trouble. I said, oh, really? I said, were you here at 8:30? I says, why don't you shut the hell up?
Oh, my God.
So that's my UPS story.
Do you know that you will be into a fight? You will be into a fight eventually.
Oh, yeah.
And you're okay with it.
But you know what? I don't start with people.
Yeah,
but I was minding my own business. 2 senior citizens online. And this guy, how did I know that this guy wasn't going to get violent with the gun or something? I did it. And the manager had no control.
Right. So here's my thing. This day and age, you who watch so much TV and so wrapped up in the news, don't you know how to conduct yourself with people?
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't outburst in line and say, come on, hurry up.
You didn't do anything wrong? You did nothing wrong at all.
Well, she said to me, I don't like your attitude. I said, you know what? I don't like your attitude.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Well, that's when the clerks actually go out of their way to stir up a crowd. That's nuts.
You want to know when that happened? It happened
probably every day with her.
It happened around March, April of 2020. That's when it started. Basically, there's no more customer service. There's no more, let me go ahead and call your manager and tell your manager that you're being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll tell you to get the hell out. They'll tell you to get out.
That's pretty much the way it went down, but it was crazy. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
And you know what?
It was so funny because I almost made it out the door without some loudmouth. And then I'm like, I gotta let him have it. Like, he's like, why don't you just shut the hell up?
And as we continue to flow on, next year, 2022, you have more stories coming. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because you feed into it. You digest all of that news. You take all of that negativity in. You really got to be.
I didn't start it. I'm not like that. I think like people should take their time. I would never outburst and tell somebody to hurry up. But it was funny, and I hope they have it on camera. I hope somebody like put it on Instagram because it was funny as hell. You know me when I get mad, like my whole face gets mad, and everybody knows I'm mad, right? I look innocent and all, but
nobody recorded it, huh?
I don't know. It'd be funny if they did.
Oh. Well, I got a question.
The author's gonna be good. Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question for you. So last night I asked a question, withholding sex on purpose. Do you think that helps, create the Big Bang? So if you're in a relationship and, it might be getting a little stagnant or whatever, who knows? I don't know what the situation may be. Maybe you might have a friend and you see them every day Maybe you want to try something a little bit different. So withholding sex, do you think that that act actually helps create the Big Bang?
What's the Big Bang?
Oh,
A
you know
fight?
what the you know what the Big Bang is.
Oh, well, I thought we were like metaphoric
You
for
know you
something
know
else.
what the Big Bang, well, or maybe you don't know what the Big Bang is. Maybe you should start withholding something so you can actually find out what the Big Bang is.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think
No?
that's asking for trouble.
Really?
No, because you know what? Yeah, I mean, if you withhold sex, I mean, people could go elsewhere. I mean, everybody's giving it away. Let's face it.
They're giving it away for free these days.
Uh
COVID
huh.
COVID-19 caused it to give it away for free.
Uh huh. Everybody. You can literally knock on doors and people are giving it away.
Well, what neighborhood is that in? Because I don't know anything about that.
You know what's funny? My brother told me that we grew up with a woman that was actually hooking in the neighborhood,
Hmm.
and she actually had like a red light. And I said,
Oh,
"Oh, I saw the red light, but I just assumed, like she just left her Christmas lights up or something." Yeah. And he
oh,
said all of his friends went over there. How disgusting is that? Yeah.
it happens. It
I
happens.
guess. I mean, I don't judge that, but I don't know. When I think of my brother, I don't want to think of him and his friends. No. Like if you said a stranger went over there, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But when you think of your own family members, it's like, oh no, I can't.
Yeah, that's a little weird. So let's see what Mr.
Yes.
David
Okay.
has to say.
This is a good one. I would recommend it if I knew what it was called.
It says it on the bottle. Mr. David, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to Reading Between the Wines.
Welcome.
Can you hear us?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, very good, very good. Can you hear Kathy?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, you can hear me. I'm good.
I can hear you.
Perfect. Every now and then we can't hear her, but we can hear her tonight. So we'll go ahead and start off and ask you, where are you calling from tonight?
I'm calling from none other than Planet Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, that's what's up. Brooklyn in the house. That's what's going on. Now, I hope that you have had some time to look at a show or two, so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. But something tells me that you have no idea what you're getting ready to get yourself into tonight.
I have no idea, but that's
Oh,
okay. I've
oh,
dealt
no.
with it.
What's going
Hey,
on?
listen, I got total faith in you, and I know you're not going to set me up, so I'm good to go.
Well, I may not set you up, but I have somebody else here. She is a little out there, so who knows? Tonight she's behaving though, so
Yes, I am.
now,
You'll be fine.
what what type of author are you? What books do you write?
Um, Fiction novels, mystery, suspense, action thrillers. I'm definitely not a one-trick pony.
Mm,
Give me some subject material. If I'm interested in it, I can write about
okay, okay. So how many
Yes.
books do you have out?
it. Overall, I published and wrote 7 novels. 5 of them are still available.
All right, 7 novels, 5 are still available. And
Awesome.
well, where are your books available at?
First and foremost, I encourage potential readers, to go to my website, www.totalpackagepublications, with an S at the end, .bigcartel.com. Or, they can go to Amazon. I know, we live in an age where people want to stream and download, so I
Mm-hmm.
can't knock that hustle. So for those that want to download those books, they can go to Amazon and, they can pull up either David L. or they can put in the actual title of the book, and they'll get their book downloaded to their, tablet, iPhone, whatever they got.
Okay, so I think I got this under control here. So basically, if they go to your website, they're going to be purchasing a book. It's going to get shipped to them, the whole nine. And
Definitely.
otherwise, if they go the other route, they're going to get they can probably still get the actual book as well. but they most certainly will be getting the digital version.
Definitely. And one thing I like to tell people when I have the opportunity to do so, go to my website. You're gonna get an autograph book, and depending on the number of books, I have discount codes. So, for example, if you purchase, I believe, 3 or more books, you can put in a purchase code, type in discount, and you get type in free ship, FREESHIP, and you don't get shipping. And additionally, I give out promotional merchandise along with the book. Whether it's a carry bag, pens, magnets, bookmarks, whatever I have in my inventory, I'm going to send that off along with the autograph book. When you deal with Amazon, you're dealing with a machine. All you're going to get is a book. Deal with me, and you're going to get so much more.
Perfect. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been in this writing game now for, give or take, about 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a long time. That's great,
Give
though.
or take, yeah.
7 books, 15 years. That's great. I want to say what's up to Hidden Dragon. Thank you for joining on Twitch. I appreciate you. So now, out of books, what is your favorite? Or is that something that we should
I'm
know?
going to say this. I'm going to answer that, but you asked me a very tough, difficult question, and I'm going to say this. To me, it's like asking a parent with multiple children who's your favorite child. And truth be told, they're all favorite. I don't want to sound like politically correct or very cliche, but they're all honestly favorites for different reasons. Right now, my favorite is the newest one. It's the baby of the bunch. A Recipe for Revenge.
Ooh. Now, I like that title. What's going on, Seb Raps? How are you? A Recipe for Revenge.
A Recipe
You
for
would like
Revenge.
that one.
I mean,
Revenge there.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes, you want to fantasize. Like, all right, I might want to seek some revenge. I know that it's not the right thing to do, but hell, I don't mind reading books and, watching movies about it. Like,
and I'm glad you say that, because you know what? A lot of times we can live out, our fantasies through, whether it's a movie, a book, or whatever, or listen to someone's story.
Yeah, like I live, through Kathy with some of the things that she does. I mean, I don't do them, but hell, I mean, somebody has to do them, so I go ahead and live through her so she can live her best life.
He wants to tell people off at the UPS store, but he won't do it, so I do it for him.
So, set us up for this book here. Sounds good. I think we want to get right on into this one. I know we didn't know which book we wanted to get into, but I request this one tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So, whenever you're ready for me to do a reading, I'll actually read the back cover excerpt.
Okay. That sounds good.
I think one thing I want to put forth in this message. Writing that back cover excerpt for any book is the average author's probably biggest challenge, because in about a paragraph or two, you have to capture the interest of your potential reader along with the book cover.
I will
they say, what is the saying? Like you can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, you can. You actually can.
I will tell you, you are absolutely right. I have never written the back cover before. My first, I didn't have to do that, but this time around I did, and that was the most nerve-wracking part. You're absolutely right. But go ahead.
And you look at that back cover excerpt, which is only about maybe 8 to 10 sentences. If you can't capture your potential reader by then, you're probably never going to capture them. So you have to pretty much, that excerpt, you have to hypothesize and generalize what your book is about in literally about 8 to 10 sentences. Easier said than done, but you got to do it.
Yeah, I totally agree with it. So you've been in this game and in this game for a minute, so we ready. You still there?
And know, every book cover, every title, I'm very methodical. When I start writing a book, very often I may not even have the title or the book cover concept until maybe halfway through the book. There's been a couple of occurrences where I didn't even title or the book cover till near the end of the book. it happens.
Yeah, I think that. Don't you think that the cover and everything is the last thing that you do?
It has to fall into place. And as I write, more material comes and materializes into my head.
Mm.
So as I'm drafting the story, I have a blueprint of what I want it to look like. But by the time I get to near the end of the book, so many more plot holes, so many other storylines open up, and it can easily go different directions. So that book cover, that title, has to go hand in hand with the message I'm trying to convey.
Right, right. I want to say this is probably one of Kathy's favorite. So they're out there on TikTok. Your local nutty buddy. They're out there watching tonight. So yeah, we're all set whenever you are ready.
Yes.
Ready for me?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to read the back cover excerpt of my latest title, aptly titled The Recipe for Revenge. Sometime in one's life, all it takes is one obstacle to steer you permanently off course towards your intended destination. Four individuals leading four very different lifestyles reunite at their 10th year high school reunion. Past secrets are uncovered about one another, and egos are put to the test as each individual quickly comes to the realization that their lives are intertwined in more ways than they could ever imagine. Do they allow the discoveries of one another to continue to dictate their fate? Are they able to set aside personal vendettas with a common enemy long enough to retaliate? One thing is for sure, revenge is a dish best served cold. In life, there are winners and there are losers. Those that wait for things to happen and those that make things happen. Which one are you?
That's what's up. I like it already. Oh, I like it already.
That reels you in. I like it. I like the revenge is best served cold.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep, that was my favorite line too. I don't know.
So,
in
regards to, that's the back cover excerpt. But in regards to the storyline, I took four very different female characters. Now, mind you, as a male, writer, it's easier said than done. I did a lot of research, spoke to a lot of women, because obviously I am not one. So I had to get into the minds of various women and find out what they would do in certain situations. So for this particular novel, without giving too much away, because you're going to find out from the very beginning of the book, four females, they reunite at their 10th year reunion. They find out they were being assaulted by the same individual. So they weren't friends in high school. They were very different. And because of the assault, they began, leading very different lives. So they get together to plot revenge.
Okay. So what is the sweetest revenge out of the book? Or you can't tell us?
that I'm gonna leave. Well, I'll say this. From the very beginning of the book, I give a semi-biography of each character. So I'll say this. Don't look for any stagnation in regards to characters. That shy character that you meet on page 6, if I could be that shy on page 97.
Oh yeah, I mean you got to watch. Some people sleep.
They're going to grow exponentially, and by the end of the book, you're going to be like, "Wow, this wasn't the character that I fell in love with from the beginning chapters."
Some people sleep on the
quiet. And I always recommend people, when you read my book, don't put it down for a day or two. Go back to it. You want to read it and you want to pay attention, because I purposely drop little jewels throughout the pages so that by the time you get to near the end of the book, you're like, wow, I didn't see that coming.
I would say that some people sleep on the quiet ones, so you have to be very careful. You never know what they're capable of doing, and I would say, because I'm a quiet one, that sometimes you could be very unpredictable. Some people might.
Well, not with a name like Revenjo, though. I mean, that's
in my real life, that's not my name, but sometimes people take the quiet ones, the shy ones for granted, and then all of a sudden, we end up surprising you and showing you something a little bit different. So
all of a sudden, they freak out at a UPS store.
Now you're not.
Maybe it was you that was behind me.
I mean, well, look at it like this. I mean, and it's human nature. I mean, it's survival of the fittest. You take your typical bully. Who are they picking on? They're not picking on other bullies because that would be survival of the fittest. They're picking on victims. So it's only a matter of time before your average victim says, "Oh, you know what? Enough's enough.
Absolutely.
I got nothing to look." So that bully's either going to get jumped, or that victim is going to keep fighting until eventually the bully's like, "You know what? I can't intimidate this person no more. I need to go move on to somebody else."
Now, is this coming from some real life experiences? Do we have some real life? Did you have to dig deep for this, or was it easy?
So it's a little bit of both. I mean, for the most part, it's fiction, but there's elements of truth in every book that I write. And I'm a licensed clinician, so I like to really delve into the subconscious of individuals and find out what makes them tick.
You have something you like to add?
Very interesting. I'm just hoping there's quicksand in the book.
Quicksand.
Yeah, I think, you know what, as I'm listening, and I already feel like I'm on the side of the women, and I'm kind of angry, whoever assaulted them.
Ooh, that is a good
Yeah,
point.
like that drew me in, and I'm pissed. And I was like, I wonder what would be the perfect
Revenge. Yeah.
revenge. And I would say quicksand. That's the first thing that came to my head. I don't know. What do you think?
Me? You're go ahead.
And here's the thing. Okay. How many times have you just thought to yourself, man, I can just kill him or her? You think it, but you don't actually, well, I won't assume that you don't, but let's just for sake of argument assume that you don't.
Wait a minute.
You know,
I gotta back up a bit. I have to stop you right there. If anybody is in a relationship and you're thinking, okay, man, I should just go ahead and kill this person, or that's not normal.
You should probably leave.
Yeah, exactly. But that if you're ever in a relationship and you feel like you want to kill somebody, that's
exactly right. I agree. But even jokingly, that thought materializes where, oh man, I can't believe, they left the bed like this again. I can just kill him right now.
What?
It's a thought.
No.
It's a passing thought, but that passing thought.
Brian, you're tough. You
really
are tough.
Yeah, you forgot to wash the dishes. That's it. It's a wrap. No. No. Now, if you're talking about somebody who's going through some, domestic violence or something like that, then I can sort of understand that.
Yeah.
Somebody who's been enduring so much pain and they don't understand and they can't get out of it, they might be financially, we talked about this the other night, financially dependent on this person, and they have the upper hand and they're using that as an advantage.
Sure indeed.
Yeah.
And those are the main characters that I want to write about. That happy-go-lucky, everyday person that is not committing, crimes and doing all the dysfunctional things that, we watch on TV. I'm going to bypass those individuals and go after the ones that have a story to tell, because that's what people want to read about. People don't want to read about, the average 9-to-5 person, who day to day does what they're supposed to do. They want to read about the person that went over the edge for whatever reason. That's what I'm giving them.
People that
because they're out there. They definitely exist. They're out there.
So you got a little more for us tonight? Can we hear a little more of it? I more want to know about the revenge. I'm with Kathy. You said these women, they got together and realized that they had something in common. And it's the same individual has been getting away with this type of stuff. Like one of my favorite.
So with Recipe for Revenge, this book and another one of my novels, Outline Confessions, I did a lot of research, like hours upon hours of research, and I'll tell you why. So with A Recipe for Revenge, I took four, everyday, female characters. Again, they meet up at their high school reunion, 10th year high school reunion. One was a jock, another one was, honor student, another one, shy, quiet, they get sexually assaulted. So, the straight A student, totally opposite. She's in and out of jail. jail. The quiet, the quiet shy one. Now she's promiscuous, multiple baby daddies, and anyone who knows trauma knows that when traumatized, anything could come out. The beast comes out from within. So I really targeted, that trauma within, and I brought it out forthright. And I did that because one thing I like to do, I've learned if you can't capture the attention of your reader from the first couple of pages, we live in a fast-paced world. If they put the book down, you may never pick it up again. So I like to hit people like upside the head with constant action, page after page.
Well, I will tell you that you got us on suspense here, but you ain't really. You're not giving it to us on purpose. I know what you're good. You are good. I'm telling you, I have to give you that. So, with that being said, go ahead and tell us all where we can go ahead and get your books at again. For anybody watching a replay, anybody out there watching that might be interested, that has been pulled in. Where can we find your books again?
Shout out to everyone who's either listening now or will be listening at a future date. My shout out, of course, obviously extends to YouTube for, giving me an outlet and a platform. Appreciate you both immensely. All my novels, I recommend strongly that individuals go to the website because, again, I'm comparing myself to Amazon or the many bookstores where my books are located.
Mm-hmm.
When dealing with me, which is why I named the company Total Package, you're dealing with a total package of customer support. When you're dealing with Amazon, you're dealing with a person that, you don't know, and you're not going to get the type of attention that I'm going to give. When a book comes in and it's ordered, I get an automatic email. Once that email confirmation comes in, I'm going to reach out to that person because I have their email. I reach out to them. I let them know that I received their email and the book is going to be mailed off. Depending on the time of purchase, if it's during the day, their book is mailed off that day. If an order comes in right now, 8:38 Eastern Standard Time, your book is going to be mailed off tomorrow morning. It's going to be autographed. If you want it autographed, I'm going to include some surprises, some promotional surprises, and I'm going to reach out to make sure that you got your book within the next several days. Or
that is very cool. I like that.
Now let me play devil's advocate here.
Please do.
I gotta just go ahead and do this. Let's say you wake up and you have 1,000 emails. Oh, I don't know. Something happens. You come on Reading Between the Wines, and all of a sudden everybody is like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go ahead and get this book." And you wake up and you got 1,000 orders. You might need to lean. You might need to lean on the Amazons to go ahead and help you out with that.
Well, I tell you what. Number one, it hasn't happened yet, but I look forward to the day that it does.
Well, I have
some interns. I have 3 interns. I'm gonna text them right away and say, "Look, I need some help getting these books out." But I'm also gonna reach out to my customers and say, "Listen, due to immense popularity of this particular novel or novels, depending on what was ordered, hey, I'm gonna be in the grind for the next day or two, licking stamps and placing books in envelopes back and forth to the post office. But no way am I gonna leave a customer, hanging, waiting for a book."
Well, I just want
for those that might have to wait an extra day or two before I mail that book on, I'm gonna have to probably ship it off, and spend the extra money for that. They're not waiting over a week or two to get their book.
Well, I just want you to say. I just want you to say, get it ready, because you have never been on Reading Between the Wines before. So now that you're on Reading Between the Wines, just put it all over your website. Due to immense popularity, there will be a delay in, deliveries until after Christmas.
Start the press.
So I'm just joking. I'm joking.
No, not at all. But this is something that you look forward to that when that day comes.
Absolutely.
And
I love
it won't be from you.
That's a great idea.
I used to think of Oprah, but you know what? It doesn't have to be Oprah. It could be you. You could be the up and coming can leave anybody hanging because I got orders that I can't handle. I got to make it work.
I agree. Well, I have been told that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, so the book, we get anything out of it? You're the second author that has done this to me where we want a little more, but you keep us on the edge. We want a little more. We we're not getting anything.
No, okay. I'll give you a little tidbit. So, are we talking still specifically a recipe for revenge?
Oh, absolutely. We trying to find out what the sweetest revenge is. I've asked this question a couple nights ago, and
I'll give you that.
mhm.
Without giving away, the ending. I'll give you that. I would say maybe 3/4 through the book.
Mhm.
As far as revenge being successful, it's definitely is one of those eye to holder type of things. Be careful what you ask for.
Oh yeah.
See, I would have thought
Because
they would have to try
we
a
have,
couple
we
of
have,
times.
we have 4 main characters, so revenge is going to look very different for each of them.
Mm. That is so true. That is so true that you say that. You have to be very careful what you wish for because you just might get it.
Oh
And
yeah.
after you get something, it's pretty much like, all right, you got it. So now what you gonna do with it?
Share it.
Exactly.
I'd share it. If I got it, I'd share it.
You ain't shared
Pass
yet.
it on.
You didn't share it yet because I'm waiting. My bank account still looks the same. So
I'm not making anything. I don't have any merchandise. I give it away for free. I give my cartoons away for free.
oh my goodness.
That was the conversation before we said everybody's giving it away for free. We were joking about sex.
We do that here on this show. That's why I said, did you watch the show couple replays before you got on here so that you knew exactly what you were getting into? Because that could happen.
Is there any quicksand in the
Oh,
book?
I almost always do that. I just came back from Texas yesterday late evening.
Mm-hmm.
So man, I'm like just beat down right now physically and mentally. I mean, it was a great experience. Can't wait to go back. Food was great. It was incredible, but it was very
Different.
taxing on my.
Was it different?
It was very different. I say this. Every other vehicle was a pickup truck.
I need you to stop.
On a country road, Larry, on a country road.
That I won't be participating in. But how was the travel? Actually, that's good that we can go off topic a little bit, but how was the travel with, this pandemic and stuff? I haven't traveled on plane since.
I'm borderline OCD, so even way before the pandemic, I got sanitizer in my pocket. I don't like to get close to people. I don't shake hands unless it's a job interview, and even if I do, I'm using sanitizer right afterwards. I'm a germaphobe, so pandemic. That really only thing the pandemic did for me was, it forced you to wear a mask. Besides that, I was doing everything else way before the pandemic. So, to get on the plane, mask stays on extra tight. I had my iPad. I had, movies downloaded. And then, getting on. And in Texas, it's like, I don't think they heard of COVID because nobody wore masks.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. They do their own thing, don't they?
So that just made me just be even that much more cautious.
Yeah. I could see that, yeah.
So,
my son says in South Carolina.
Outbreak, I'm the one with the mask, and everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy.
that's what I was saying. That's what I wanted.
It was definitely the Twilight Zone.
On the plane, was it required for you to wear a mask?
Oh, yeah.
Now, getting on the plane, the whole process, we were always told before the pandemic that you should arrive, 2 hours before your flight. Is that the same, or did you have to go a little bit earlier because of what's going on?
It's the same because, and the one thing that is surprising and unfortunate at the same time, no one checks for vaccination.
That's interesting because I thought that you would have to do that.
This is my I was driving everywhere for like book tours. I was driving everywhere up until about May of this year. So this is my fourth time on the plane since May. I haven't been checked for, and I've been vaccinated. I did my booster about 2 weeks ago. I haven't checked, and I have my card in my wallet. I haven't pulled my card out yet since I've been vaccinated early this year in March.
Well, now you're from New York, so don't you guys do all digital as far as your vaccination records?
It's digital. I'm technologically savvy person in the world, but I actually have my card in my wallet, with the dates and everything. No one has ever asked me to take it out for proofing. It's never come out of my wallet. That is very unfortunate. And then you wonder why the cases are going.
What do you have to say about this? Because you're sitting over there laughing, and this is right up your alley.
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, why should you have to show a vaccination card? Maybe for the plane, I'll give them that. But you're in New York. You can't do anything, right? You can't go to dinner or anything, right?
And not the part that I was in when I was there. You couldn't go into a restaurant without showing proof.
Why don't we just get it tattooed on us? I'll get a tattoo when I got it. I don't know. I can't imagine me pulling out my vaccination. It's not going to end.
What are you going to do when it comes to Jersey?
You mean going to New Jersey and showing it?
Yeah, when it comes here. If it's happening in New York now, it's not going to be for long before we have to show proof before we go.
I just won't go to restaurants for one. I can order takeout and eat at home. But
that's going to be the next thing.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to show my vaccination card to anybody. It's none of the business.
That's going to be the next.
I'll give you a bonus. You can see my colonoscopy results.
Oh my goodness.
Vaccination, colonoscopy results.
David L., did we lose you after that one?
Nope, not at all.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's personal, don't you think? That's a part of your body.
The card doesn't show anything except a date and whether you
No, but it shows something that you put in your body. That's all. I don't know. I'm just not going to conform. I already made up my mind. No booster. Done. I'm done. I grew horns. I took 2 vaccinations and I grew horns.
I'm a conspiracy theorist too, like the rest. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but you know what? I look at it like this. You go for your annual physical. They tell you they're doing blood work. You don't know what they're doing. In order to go to school, you need vaccinations for German measles, smallpox, and all these other things. You have to get vaccinated. You don't know what they're putting in your body. So, with social media and everyone's talking about COVID and the vaccine, but yet you're eating food that is genetically, created, I just feel like it's a little hypocritical.
Oh, I don't agree with the food at all or the water. I think that we all need to improve that, 100%. We're eating chemicals. But you're talking about something that has 450,000 pages of facts and ingredients that they're not letting us see. So why can't we see what's in these drugs? That's all I'm saying. But I can see the paperwork, then I'll be like, I'll keep them coming, I'll take them. But I just want to know what's in there. We only got one body, right? My body, my choice.
Oh my God. This is right up her alley. I don't know how we got down here tonight, but we're here. This is right up her alley here. So
I don't think it's a right or wrong answer.
I mean, some people want to get it and they're waiting in line, and that's great. I think that's wonderful for them. But other people, if they don't want to get it, they shouldn't be forced to do something they don't want to do. We don't know the side effects. You know how you look at TV and they show you side effects for drugs? Why is this not telling us any side effects? I don't get it.
At the bottom of the screen, it goes across the screen like super quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that signed up for taking some drugs, and then you realize later on, if you have been subject to taking X, Y, and Z, call this number here, there. You can be a part of a settlement for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, exactly. But something like this, I mean, this is changing your cellular structure. So no other drugs change your cellular structure. And that's what I got against it. Just me. More boosters for everybody else.
Well, I just want to tell you. Well, now that you said, actually, I take that back. You said that no one checked, on a plane. So I was going to say, don't worry about going flying anywhere soon. But he said that they didn't check it anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter. Not yet, at
I'm
least.
more worried they're going to tie me up. I don't want to be tied down with duct tape.
Well, you would be. With the way you are. You can't even. We can't even take you to a UPS store without you having a problem. So I can imagine you on a plane. I would never go on a plane with you at all.
I almost got in a fight with Santa Claus on my street. They were coming down the street, right? And they were speeding. And they had like three, I thought they were going to fix a telephone pole. And they're speeding
There
down.
were three. There were three Santa Clauses.
No, there was three trucks. One truck in front, I guess, has the siren, and here we are. And then I don't know what the second truck does. And Santa's on the third truck.
Yes.
But they were speeding through the neighborhood. And I'm sitting in my car. I'm here, and they're coming this way. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, you almost hit my car because you're speeding. And then I look over, and Santa Claus is there waving.
Did they almost hit your car because they were speeding or because you didn't park it correctly?
No, because they were speeding, and it's a narrow. You see my street; it's very narrow. But I mean, this is bad. I almost got a fight with Santa Claus in this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch this show for a period of time, you'll see that I'm working on her changing her name to "There's Always a Problem with Kathy," because I don't believe that it's all in the cars with Kathy. Every single week, time after time after time again, there's always a problem with Kathy. Nobody else. Nobody else at all.
Yeah, but it's all true stories, though. You can give me that.
I also want to say shout out to the D Live family tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. I see David in the building. I don't know if you're still out there, and I'm gonna just call you. Oh, there's also someone out here called David too. So we have David on the phone. We have David from D Live, and I think your name is Otto. I'm gonna just call you Otto.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, I used to know an Otto.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such an odd name. I wish I knew somebody named Otto. I bet she was cool.
Yeah, he was a piece of work. He was the one who told me that he was getting voodoo dolls from New Orleans for me to put in my office desk of all of my managers whenever they piss me off to stick them.
There you go. That's the revenge show I know and love.
Stick them with pins. Good thing that I never got those voodoo dolls because I don't want no parts of that. But yeah, shout out to Otto if you're ever out there watching. Who knows? Who knows?
I love it. Let's hope that's not the ending to his book.
Also, what's going on, Nicole Kennedy from TikTok? How are you? All right, so we're up against the clock here. Is there anything that you'd like to go ahead and leave us with?
Again, shout out to everyone who's listening now. For those that are listening later, I appreciate the support, the blessings, and I share those same support messages and blessings to you two for allowing me on your show.
Likewise, please.
You can follow me as well on on my social media platforms. What are they?
Something happened to your. We lost you a little bit. Your audio went down a little bit. Did you do something different? Okay, now we're back to normal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's much better.
Follow me social media handles, Twitter Almighty David L, ALMIGHTY David L. Facebook is the author David L. They made me change my handle and use my government name, David L. Henry, so you can add me there. Instagram is again Almighty David L, ALMIGHTY David L. I'm also on TikTok. I'm also on Clubhouse, Almighty David L, same spelling. And the website, you can purchase any David L novel at www.totalpackagepublications.bigcartel
Okay, now you
I
said
was going to ask you about that, the cartel.
you said hold on one second. You said that they made you change your name to your public name. I mean, to your government name.
Facebook made me change my I used to go by
Oh yeah.
Walker L. They made me use my government name.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They crack down on people making certain names and stuff. So
What do you mean your government name?
the name that's on his birth certificate.
Oh, I never heard it referred to like that.
You never heard of that before?
No, not your government name. I mean, I thought, your parent name, your birth given name,
Given name, birth name, yeah.
It's all the same.
But where does the cartel come into play there?
That's in the net.
The cartel came in. Question, thank you for asking. The big cartel part came in because my website used to be just simply www.totalpackagepublications.com. However, my website developer, or whatever the title is, she became very expensive. For every change, it incorporated, several revision changes. So I broke away from her. Big Cartel allows me a platform to host various number of products on their site very inexpensively. And I'm able to share those same savings and not have to amp up shipping costs. Mm-hmm. So again, when I'm able to use this particular website, I'm able to cut down on the cost so that I'm not taking a loss when I'm shipping off products. Hence the Big Cartel. Eventually, I will find the website, but until then, I'm using Big Cartel, and I've been using them for quite some time, and they've been great. I haven't had any issues.
That's what's up. All right, well,
nice shout out.
We are looking forward to reading this book here. I want to know what some of this revenge is, so you kind of reeled us in. I thank you for that because you got us wanting a little more. So that's what's up.
I would have liked to have heard a back of another book next time. You have to give us a couple of books.
Yeah, you'll have to.
All similar?
You'll have to come back on in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready whenever you are.
So, Lou Rock, what's going on? D Live, you are in the building tonight. He says, "Can I get a kilo from the Big Cartel?" Wow! Y'all decided to show up tonight. That's what's up. I appreciate everybody from D Live. All right.
I'm sure that's easier than probably you would think, right? Unfortunately.
I know nothing about it, and all I know is that there are several things that are streaming and recording. If you have any questions about that comment, you can go and reach out to It's All in the Cars with Kathy. I got no parts of that. I want no parts of that.
I'm sitting here with the nose and ears. You think I know anything about that? I guess I've led a sheltered life, but I don't know. I'll have to read the book about it. This sounds like a great book, though. You drew me in, seriously.
Yeah.
And the freebies, that sounds great to order through you and get a few extra things.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And that's my way of, I figure like this. I'm going up against literally a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So I do understand, the necessary evils of having to deal with Amazon. But I also want people to know that, as far as their percentages and what they kick back, I'm not going to make as much. And when people stream and download and they send me a royalty check, they can say, any number of books were downloaded, but I will never truly know.
That's true. That is true.
Dealing with me, I know exactly what I'm dealing out. When I deal with Amazon, I just got to go in it, with blind faith.
Mm-hmm. Well, we will
deal directly with me, people, and you'll be happy about the experience.
Very good. Now we will be in touch. We'll give you all of the information for the shows for next year, 2022. We definitely want to have you come back on and
please come back on.
Hear about a new book. or any of your
More
other books.
revenge.
Yeah.
Lemon wants more revenge.
And I hope by the end of the night, me and Kathy are following one another on social media.
I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure of it.
Yes. I'd like that very much. Because you know what? I always go into Barnes and Noble, and then like there's so many authors, and then my head gets like bogged down. I'm like, pick one, and I'm like, you just get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's so many good ones that come on the show, but this is something that I could see myself reading. Maybe even Mark. Mark likes all that revenge stuff. He watches all those mafia movies, and yeah, it's right up his alley.
Okay.
Let's hope he doesn't take any of your ideas though in the book and use it on me. If I don't miss it,
He had that little laugh. All right.
I mean, hey, it happens. I mean, how many times has rap music been blamed for somebody getting killed? It happens.
It does?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean because they got the idea from rap music, not rap music. Not R.A.T.
Wow, you setting this thing up. You were setting this thing up.
I think the wine's starting to kick in now.
All right, so we got to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much, author David L., for coming on all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. I love New York. I like to say that I'm from New York, even though I'm from Jersey, but they'll never know the difference because it's so close. But
hey, we're still first cousins.
Absolutely. All right, so I will definitely be in touch, give you the info for 2022, and have a happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. I said that the other day. Now it's stuck in my mind. Happy Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah.
And
happy
a Merry
holidays.
New Year.
Whatever you, yes, and a Merry New Year. Whatever you celebrate, I just want to wish you nothing but love, peace, and happiness going into the new year.
Blessings to you both. Thank you for having me. I sincerely, humbly appreciate you both.
Very good. Take care.
We appreciate you.
All right. Take care now.
Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well,
it was fun.
Yes, this was fun. I will definitely be in touch with you.
That sounds like an awesome book.
Yeah. I like Dexter, so, I'm all down for revenge.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope there's quicksand in it. I'm guessing there isn't, but I still want to buy the book.
That's good.
And I like the autograph. We should collect some of these books with the autographs, right?
I thought you were doing it already.
Well,
you like to collect stuff, I don't, so.
I do. But I just don't get around to things as quickly as I want.
You got Jonathan Martin Ives' comic book lost somewhere in your treasures. You have author Gibbs and Black. Do you still have that book?
Yes.
Did you and Mark?
I do. It's in my car.
Oh, what were you and Mark doing with it in the car? Interesting.
I don't know how it ended up in my car.
Me either, especially with that book.
I haven't hid it away because I wouldn't want any old person to open it and have a heart attack. Or they'll be like, "You got extras of this?"
Probably.
This is good stuff.
I think they're gonna come back on next year. I tried to get them to come back, but we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, because we only met her last time. Remember?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'm looking forward to next year. All right, how booked are we? Are we almost booked? Or?
Probably. Yeah, we're not booked yet. I don't want to say too much, but no, we're not.
Okay.
Not yet. Sorry for the bad taste in jokes. I gotta just go with the flow. Lou Rock, where are you calling from? Three Kings Day. Have you heard of that?
No.
Me either. No. I was like,
Sounds like a good place, though.
Maybe somebody can help me with Three Kings Day. I think. You sure you haven't heard of that before?
That's not where they put a king in a cake, right? Is that?
No, it's actually a day. Three Kings Day.
Yeah, but I'm saying they celebrate it with a cake and a king and a cake. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't
My
know.
sister-in-law always gets the baby king in the cake. I have no clue.
That sounds strange. Lou, all the way from Massachusetts. David from London, UK. Thank you so much. Three Kings Day is a Spanish Christmas. I thought so. I thought it
Oh,
was
okay.
something.
So now is that where the cake comes from? With the little baby Jesus that you hide in the cake?
That does not
It's
sound right.
tiny too. No, it is. It's a little tiny king.
Mm-hmm.
You put it in the cake, but then you eat the cake, and whoever gets the king or Jesus, I guess, gets a wish. I don't know. I'd be afraid of choking on it.
No, this doesn't sound right. You're making
It's
this up.
they sell it at Giant.
No, you're
I've
making
seen
this
it
up.
before.
I don't believe this.
Right? Somebody out there back me up.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
It's a king cake. It's called a king cake. I don't know.
If anybody has heard of this, please drop it in the comments. I've never heard of anything like this before.
Yeah, well, you didn't hear about clam dicks either. They exist.
I've seen them on social media and people. I don't know what kind of name that is out on TikTok, but Juju Louise
Ooh,
Bell.
I like that. Juju Louise.
Lou Rock says, I'm sorry, let me back up. David says, that's a French thing, and it's in early January. And
Oh,
Lou says, first one to eat, Jesus wins. That does not sound, this doesn't sound, mm-mm,
I'm gonna buy a cake and drop it off to you. It actually is a thing. The cake does not look good though. It doesn't have icing, I don't think. It's just like it looks like a pound cake.
Oh, a pound cake. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of pound cake at all. Although I would think that somebody like you would be very, fond of pound cake.
I'm not fond of choking on a little baby Jesus either. Like it's tiny. It's not even like, oh well, it's big. It's tiny, like a gummy, and if you didn't know it was in there, you're eating, and you're all of a sudden you're like, not for me. I'll pass.
Okay.
But on that note, we're running over. So.
Yes, I would love to see the UPS video take. I will look at your
Me
stuff,
too.
but I sure hope that somebody recorded you. But you know what? Your debut's coming pretty soon. If you continue on, you're going to piss somebody off well enough to where we're going to see you go viral for the wrong reason. You're going to go viral, all right, for the wrong.
And what am I going to do? Tell me,
You're actually going to get your wish of going viral, but I don't think you're going to like it.
What am I going to do? What do you imagine me doing?
I don't know. I think I'm going to just see you on either YouTube or TikTok one day, and someone's going to be writing a caption. Do you believe what this woman did? And blah, 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 blah. You're going to go viral. You really are going to.
I wouldn't do anything, but I don't back down.
I think that you're going to actually get your wish of going viral, but I don't believe that you're going to like the outcome of it.
When somebody starts yelling at you, and that was funny, just turn it around and say, who said that? And everybody's like this. So like, nobody would tell me who said it. I thought it was funny.
I would have been cracking up if I was there. I would have been cracking up. So
you would have been.
David says, you get a little piece inside the cake. The one who gets it gets a paper crown. And David says, I am French. So it is a French thing.
Oh, okay. So you get a paper crown.
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought it was just something that, I don't know. I guess I didn't know what it was. So that's interesting. We learned something.
Mm-hmm. Steve.
But what's the, yeah, go ahead.
Steve Club Monkey from TikTok. I love their names on TikTok. Their names are crazy. Thank you for joining if you're still out there. All right, well, this was a great show.
I'm going to look up that history, though. I have to look up the history of the king cake.
Oh, yeah, the king cake. This was a great show.
It was.
Love catching up with you and all of your crazy antics. I can't wait till next week. If it was a UPS store this week, I can do some sort of predictions that next week it'll be Walmart.
I don't go to Walmart.
You will this week.
It'll be somewhere. Well, yeah. I'll keep you posted. We'll discuss it next week.
Okay.
Because I had other stuff, but we didn't get to it, so we'll talk next week.
Okay. All right, very
Bye,
good.
guys.
Take care. Have a good night.
Bye. It was fun. Bye.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining Reading Between the Wines. I need to make sure I'm set here. Are we good? Let me see. All right, we're back. Also, very special shout out to everybody out there on D Live. I appreciate you. So Luke Rock says, how do did you I can't read that right. How do fresh say war in French? Run. I don't know. I don't get the jokes. I'm sorry. I have no idea, but I do appreciate y'all for joining out there tonight. Doing the most media, Shomes, Seb Raps. Thank you for joining on Instagram. I appreciate you. Uh, Medi, Medifield, Medifield chick. Hopefully I got that right. But anyway, um, text the keyboard remix to 609-738-0611. Again, that's remix to 609-738-0611. If you'd like to get a pre-order link of my new book, My Inspirations Volume 1.5, Deliberation Remix Journal, a 30-day transformational journey towards a healthier mindset, you can go ahead and get that pre-link. Also, if you click my social media, on all of my social media links, if you click that link above, you can go ahead and go inside of Karma's Paradise exclusive, and you can get an autographed copy of my new book and an ebook version of my first, a poster, and a t-shirt crafted by Karma's Paradise for me. Go ahead and check that out by clicking on Karma's Paradise exclusive. Virtual book signings will be going on Saturday and Sunday of this week. It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. I have Glam and Bougie collections, which I will be going on Saturday at 11 a.m. So go ahead and check me out on Shop Glam and Bougie on Instagram. And then on Sunday, Coro LLC. That is Coro, Coro dot LLC. That is on Instagram. I will be on that platform on Sunday at 5 p.m. So, two virtual book signings this weekend. Go ahead and check me out, and you can get an autographed copy of my new book, My Inspirations Volume 1.5, The Liberation Remix Journal. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of you out there for joining. Again, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch, I just want to say thank you so much. Very special shout out to people out there on D Live. I appreciate you. People out there on TikTok, people out there on Facebook. Thank you so much. And of course, I have to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give you all this show one more time in life. Without him, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be here. And of course, you wouldn't be here. And I just want to say thank you because I got to give credit where credit is due. So here we are. We made it. Another episode of Reading Between the Wines. Thank you all so much. Sampling tonight, Sutter Homes, Pink Moscato. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, y'all. Have a good night. Very special shout out to our special guest, author David L. And of course, the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking that I am walking. Miss us all in the cars with Kathy. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Good night, good night. Take care, y'all.